What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Scotty, and I am here. It is pre-game. It is 7:36 actually, so the game has maybe almost started. But I am giving my pre-match prediction to Western United versus Melbourne City. So, basically, if you don't know the ramifications of this game, it's the last A-League game of the season, and it has an impact on the Roar massive final series massively. So, basically, the Roar is currently sitting in 4th leading up to this match. It is very close between 3rd and 5th. The Roar can't jump as high as 3rd with the result in this match, but the Roar can slip between 4th and 5th. But we can see a team in Western United jump from 5th to 3rd with one result. If they were to win against Melbourne City tonight, they would jump Brisbane Roar and Wellington Phoenix into 3rd position, pushing the Roar down to 5th and Wellington Phoenix down to 4th. If there was to be a draw, we would see the Roar drop from 4th to 5th and Western United jump to 4th on goal difference. And if we were to see a loss, that would mean that Brisbane Roar would stay in 4th and Western United will go and stay in 5th and Wellington Phoenix will stay in 3rd. Basically, Western United will play in finals as well. And it is confirmed that that game will be on this Sunday. So basically, Western United, I think, have like 7 wins before this one. Out of the last 8, they lost to Newcastle Jets, which is a interesting result, seeing that they've beaten so many big teams on the way to this stage to actually make final series. So, yeah, as a Raw fan, I don't want to reverse Western United, being the fact that they're in form and they're doing really well. And also the fact that we've actually showed a really good game against Wellington Phoenix. We drew against them 1-0, and I think that we can beat them. I feel like if we want to win the grand final, though, we've got to beat any team. And the fact that it quite possibly could be Western United, then so be it. So for me, I'm a bit torn because I want to verse Wellington Phoenix, as in it might be an easier game. I think we could beat them. I don't know if we can beat Western United, but in saying that, I'm sort of torn because my match for my own club is on this Saturday at like 5 p.m. So I won't be able to watch the real game live. So I'm sort of torn as to what I want. I want to verse Wellington Phoenix, but I don't want to verse on the Saturday when my game's on. I want to watch it live, which means I have to watch it on Sunday, meaning we have to verse Western United. So basically, my prediction for this game, I do see it being either a draw or a Western United win. I can't see Melbourne City getting the result here. But in saying that, the second week of the finals, I feel like we will be versing Sydney FC. We do get through either Wellington Phoenix or Western United. And we'll be versing Sydney FC, which I think will be a good, a better team to verse. The two teams I don't want to face in the finals will be Melbourne City and Western United. The only way we do face those two in a row is if we verse Western United first week, and if we verse, and if Perth Glory end up beating the team that will finish in 3rd, which will be Wellington Phoenix. If Perth Glory were to verse them, they would play Sydney FC, and we would verse Melbourne City. But, I mean, to be the best, we've got to beat the best. My prediction for this game is a 2-1 win or I had a look at the team list. Baruch is not there. I think it's going to be a draw, which means we'll probably have to verse Western United on Sunday. Anyway, I'll go watch the game now. Go check it out. I'll come back to you at the end of the game, and I'm also going to give you a bit of a review on the season, a bit of a rating system, and let you know about how I thought this season went. So, see you guys later. And we are back. The game is over, and as you've seen, I've changed shirts. I've had a shower. It's a little bit later. It is 9:41 when I'm recording this, and the game has just finished between Melbourne City and Western United, and I did tip either a draw or a Western United win. I couldn't see City doing it, and they did it. They won 3-1. Jan McLaren with, I believe he got a double. I don't know why my memory is so bad there, but let me just quickly confirm that for you, because Jan McLaren, congratulations to you. Another golden boot for you. Absolutely brilliant. One of the best striker in Australia right now. I'll just bring up the stats for the game. I won't put it up on the screen, but yeah, Jan McLaren got a double. Ramoudi Najjar got the goal, and Bessa Brusher off the bench got a penalty. I thought that possibly they might have a chance to come back there, but Jan McLaren killed the game off with a 3-1 goal in the end to seal the victory off, and which I'll bring up this over here, and this is the ladder. So basically, this means that Brisbane Roar finish in 4th and will host Western United, who finished in 5th. So as you can see, we finished the season with 26 games played, obviously like everyone else. 11 wins, 7 draws, 8 losses. And so 40 points. So which is a really good season. And we look at it, we scored 29 goals, conceded 28. So in regards to how we finished last season, I don't even remember what we finished on the table. Probably like 10th or 11th, or not 11th, but like 10th, 9th, around that stage. 71 goals conceded. absolutely shocking season, and to come up to fourth place with the second least goals conceded out of everyone. Fourth place with second least goals conceded, everyone with 28 goals conceded, 29 goals for. Obviously, we had the second least goals scored, but in saying that, we were very hard to beat. And very happy with the way that the season went. So basically, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to give a bit of ranking as to what I thought of the team, what I thought of the players, and also what I'm thinking about what they're going to do in the future and what type of future I see it for them at the club. But basically, we'll start off with the club in a general. So if you look at the season, last season, it was the worst season Brisbane Roar has ever seen, and I'm just like, yeah, terrible. This season, a massive task came around. Robbie Fowler and Tony Grant, props to you guys. They fully turned around the squad. Got rid of a lot of dead weight that we had in the squad. Sorry for you guys that were cut out of the team, but a regeneration of a team was definitely needed. And basically what they did was we brought a lot of new faces together. It took a little bit of time for them to gel, but when they did, they played good football and got a lot of good results. Obviously, people were saying they wasn't attacking enough or not, but they're saying that look where we were on the table. We finished fourth place, and just before Robbie Fowler and Tony Grant weren't the managers at the end, we could start seeing a little bit of attacking flair starting to come into it, and Warren Moon and Darren Davies sort of brought that to life after Robbie Fowler and Tony Grant had left. So basically, very happy with this season. I rated A, B. Obviously, you got A, B, C, D, E. Obviously, compared to last season, like at the start of the season, I said I would love to see us get finals, and we did it. We even finished in fourth, and obviously a chance even to make the Asian Champions League, seeing that Wellington Phoenix don't actually qualify, seeing that they're in the Oceania region. So for Asian Champions League, I have had it confirmed to me by Scott Owen from Brisbane Football Review, so hopefully you are correct. If the Brisbane Roar win the grand final, Sydney FC win the grand final, or Melbourne City win the grand final, then the Brisbane Roar get a playoff spot. I don't know, this is just my thinking just there. If the Brisbane Roar win it, I'd say they would get a full spot. If City or Melbourne City win it, then they will get a playoff spot, and they might have to go through one or two playoffs to possibly get into the Asian Champions League. But like Scott said, it's maybe another chance for us to embarrass ourselves. I hope not, but in saying that, we haven't been the best in Asian Champions League, but let's hope if we do get a chance to have a go at it, we are better this time around. So basically what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go through some of the team that we had and sort of rate them and give you my thoughts on the team. So basically, my player of the year is Jamie Young. Absolutely brilliant keeper. An A+ rating for Jamie Young. Absolutely brilliant. Won us so many points, and if it wasn't for him, we would not be in the top 6. I am sure of that. We moved to our other goalkeeper, Max Crocombe. Started the season in goal, which is weirdly enough. People that I don't really get a lot of chance to play, I won't rate them, but I'll just say it's interesting to see how he did start over Jamie Young. I do believe it was because of his distribution. He had a better distribution. But in saying that, Jamie Young quickly showed Robbie Fowler why he was the best keeper at the club and won that spot over him. I do not see Max Crocombe staying if he's wanted to be number 2. I think he probably was here hoping to be number 1. I feel like Macklin Freak will come in and be the number 2 next season to Jamie Young. We did see him come on and play, obviously, not play, but on the bench when Crocombe was injured the first game back from the break. So I do believe Macklin Freak will get on the bench a few more, like the whole season. Next season will be the backup keeper. We go to our defenders now. Tommy Aldred, our captain, our leader, our man at the back that helped us through so many times. Last season we had terrible defensive ranks. And we brought a lot of solid defenders in that would do a job, and Tommy Aldred was absolutely brilliant for us. So I think I will give him a B+. Daniel Bowles didn't play too much, but didn't play too much. But in saying that, he was alright when he did come in, did a bit of a job. I think I'll rate him a C. Corey Brown was a mid-season transfer. Did pretty well when he actually came in, I believe. I rate him a B-. Jordan Courtney Perkins, big future at the club. I think that he will definitely have a bit more of few more games next season. I rate him a C+. Macaulay Gillespie did start very slow, but in saying that was one of our best defenders and best players in the whole team at the end. I rate him a B. We go to Jack Hingett. Obviously came back from ACL injury. Didn't really look like he missed a beat when he came into the squad, so I rate Jack Hingett a B as well. Scott Neville also was really good for us. Played in the centre of defence on the right hand side compared to we have seen him before play at other teams like Western Sydney as a right back. To show that bit of versatility, they can play across the back line there. Definitely a great player for us. Another B rating there. Very solid across that back line. We had a really good defence. Isaac Powell, we didn't see a lot of him this season, but in saying that, I feel like we may see him a bit more of him next season. Maybe him fighting out with the chance of Corey Brown if Corey Brown stays along. Obviously, can't really rate Isaac Powell, didn't really play a lot. Aaron Reardon, I can't see him staying next season. Signed actually on a proper full deal and didn't really get any game time, if any at all. So I can't see him staying around. I can't really rate him because he didn't play. Kai Truan, I can definitely see him staying around. If he isn't assigned to a scholarship, I think he's signed to a scholarship deal. I feel like he'll stay on a scholarship deal. But is a very versatile defender, can play in holding midfield role as well. So can't really rate him because he didn't really play too much, but in saying that, definitely one for the future. Ramad Akbari also, I don't know if we'll see him stay around just for the fact that he hadn't really get a lot of chance to get game time. Was played as more of a 6 or an 8 compared to what he prefers as a number 10 under Robbie Fowler. I think he's injured at the moment, hasn't really had a chance. Actually, no, I think he's been named to squads, he just didn't really get a chance to play. We may see him drop down to MPL or maybe another team pick him up because I don't think he will stay at the Brisbane Roar. Brad Idman, he was rocks and diamonds for us. Really good some weeks, very invisible at other weeks. But in saying that, I feel like a B- would be something fairly fair for Brad Idman. Did have high expectations and showed us for the qualities, but wasn't super consistent about it. Danny Kim, it's hard to rate Danny because he's been brilliant, and I actually just realised his birthday is the day after mine, the 28th of May, 1998. I'm 1 day older than Danny Kim. But in saying that, and I'm actually the same height as Danny Kim as well, so that's very interesting. So Danny Kim came in very late to the season at the COVID break from Lions, was brilliant for us, didn't look like he missed a beat when he came into the squad. It's hard to rate him because he hasn't really played too many games for us, but I believe a B would be fair. Obviously, he hasn't played too much, but yeah, a B. Jake McGing, I think he's almost guaranteed, or not guaranteed, but it's looking like he'll be going to MacArthur. Didn't really play too much for us. Sort of looked like he was going to be the right back cover at the start of the season when Jack King was out, and then he sort of lost his spot in the squad as well. So I think Robbie Fowler didn't really realise what his quality was like, but in saying that, could have played in the holding midfield role as well, but did get injured, which probably saw us sign Matthew Redenson and Danny Kim, so it might have been a blessing in disguise then to see have Danny Kim brought into the squad. George Mells brought across from Fortuna Sittard, has played at the Mariners, Adelaide before, maybe even the Mariners as well, but we did not see him play at all. I don't even know if he played much youth team, so I can't see him staying along unless he's on bare minimum wages and he's happy to stay, but I feel like for him, he'll want to play. J. O'Shea, I'll actually put up at the end of my rankings, my previews, or not my previews, but my previews, I guess, and my tips to that I put on Twitter, where I had my player of the year predictions, as well as like where I thought the table would finish, and then we'll sort of compare it to actually what happened. So Jared Shea, I believe he was good for us. Didn't probably provide as many goals and assists as we thought he would, but in saying that was very created a lot of chances for us. I believe he would be a B+. I think he was probably a bit better than some players, but not brilliant. Matthew Rydenson was good when he came in, I believe, probably a B- for him. Didn't bring us as much quality as Danny Kim has and hasn't stood out as much, but he's been a very quality signing since he's come in. Aaron Amadi-Holloway. So this is hard to rate because when he's come on, he hasn't really had a lot of chance to start, and some of that comes down to the fact that he gets injured quite a bit, but some of it comes down to the fact that we've sort of got forwards there that are coming in and scoring goals and bringing a little bit. So it's hard for Aaron Amadi-Holloway, seeing that he's so different and so versatile compared to other forwards to rate. I think in regards to a foreign player and something that you want out of a foreign player, you want foreign players to start for one. But in saying that, Aaron Amadi-Holloway never really got a chance to really start properly. Never really got a chance to show us what he could do. I think that's probably a D, honestly. Like out of a foreign player, I don't think that's something that you want to have, even out of a proven, not a proven, but like a player out of Australia that's a bit older than a matured player that you bring in. You want to see a bit more from him as well. we didn't really see a lot. I don't believe Aaron Amadi-Holloway will stay. I think he wanted to come and get a lot more game time than what he actually did. So I don't think Aaron will stay. But in saying that, I don't know how the rules are going to work next season when it comes to foreign players, if we will have less. But he might be forced out of the club for that reason. But in saying that, I don't believe Aaron Amadi-Holloway is the best signing for us. Anyway, Jai Ingham, I think we have to rate him a D. He hardly even got a chance to play. When he did play, he wasn't too bad, but in saying that, not the best for Jai. This season, probably wanted a little bit more game time than what he was getting at Melbourne Victory, which he made the bench sometimes, hardly ever come on. When he did come on, he wasn't too bad, but didn't really have too much end product. We look at Scott McDonald. Like I said before in other videos, I was sort of confused as to why we signed him because of the fact that we had Roy O'Donovan, Dylan Wenzel-Halls, and Radovic, and Amadi-Holloway. But what a signing he was! A- for Scott McDonald. The only reason he's not higher is because actually no, let's rate him A. Let's rate him A. He's probably our second best player out of the club, probably on par with Tommy Aldred, maybe even better than Tommy Aldred. On an A rating there. It was absolutely brilliant for us. Got so many goals for us, so many assists, created so many chances for us, and was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant signing, and also helped Brisbane Roar get to the stage where we're in a finals spot. We're in 4th place, and he will actually have a point to prove against his old club in Western United to show maybe what they're missing out on. So A for Scott McDonald, absolutely brilliant signing for us. We go to Mirza Muradovic now. Mirza, I had big raps on him at the start of the season, said that we need to sign this man before we even seen him play on at least a scholarship deal, because of the fact that I seen him banging so many goals in the youth league, and I'm like, someone is going to snatch him up if we do not give him a spot in our squad, whether it be a scholarship or a senior deal. I believe we'll probably get a senior deal next year. I think he's a absolutely brilliant striker, has a lot of chance to be moulded into a striker that Warren Moon, Darren Davies, and also Robbie Fowler wanted him to be. So I think he's got a big future ahead of him. I think I have to rate him a B-. I think he was good, not great, but I think there's a lot of improvement there. So I think he's definitely one for the future. Dylan Wenzel-Halls didn't really get a chance under Robbie Fowler. Did get a bit of chance under Warren Moon. Has showed signs of massive potential. We haven't really seen too much of it this season, but in saying that, there's definitely massive potential there. I think Dylan Wenzel-Halls, for me, is rated on that B- as well, just because of the fact that he had massive raps in him. He hasn't really produced too much, but in saying that, towards the final series, we're starting to see that come along, and I don't think he's up there because he hasn't really played too much consistently at a B rating, but I think B- is fairly fair. So basically, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to my Twitter, and I'm going to have a look and show you guys what my pin tweet was. So my pin tweet was the one that I was telling you about. That is my predictions for the start of the season. I don't know exactly. Actually, yes, I do. I was going to say I don't know who the Johnny Warren medal is, but I do. Actually, no, it's Alex Hoban. I don't know who the Johnny Warren medal is because obviously the fact that comes at the end of the season. So basically, this is it over here. I had my Raw Player of the Year as J.R. Shea. I had massive raps on him. I think he was probably going to be our marquee signing, and I think he's been good for us. He's been, like I said, I think I rated him a B+. But for me, the Player of the Year for this year is Jamie Young. He's absolutely been brilliant the whole season. I mean, he didn't start the whole season, but in saying that, every time he's played, he's won us probably probably 2 handfuls of points the way that he's played and kept us in games and won us games, drawn us games to get us as high as we have to the table. So Jamie Young for me was the Player of the Year, and probably should have voted him, had him as my Player of the Year at the start. Craig News as the Johnny Warren medal winner. I don't think that will happen. Probably Diamante, probably maybe Jamie McLaren. Craig Noon was great in the FFA Cup, but we haven't really seen him too much in the A-League season. Has been alright for him, probably a B+ for City over there, but in saying that, definitely not Johnny Warren medal winner, so I'm not the best there. Golden Boot, I did get this one right. Jamie McLaren, I think his main competitors obviously was Adam Lafondra and Besart Berisha, and he pipped those two, got the Golden Boot, so congratulations to Jamie McLaren, again for 20 plus goals in the season, and I believe your second Golden Boot, maybe your third, but congratulations to you, absolutely brilliant striker. Breakout star, this is sort of like, it's up to opinion. Sammy Silvera, I think he was good this season, obviously had a chance to move to LAFC, obviously that hasn't happened, but in saying that, absolutely brilliant player for the future as well. I think, yeah, he's definitely a great player for the future, and I think that's something that's probably fairly close to being correct. But we have a look at the table now. City I had as first, Sydney I had as second, so obviously those two are switched around. I'll pop up on either side the actual ladder again, so hopefully you may not be able to see my face too much, but obviously just listen. We have Victory in third, which was not the best. They were finished. I think they finished. Let me have a quick look. In 10th position, so that was quite wrong there. But I don't think anyone saw Victory, how bad they'll come in, where they were going to finish. But I had Perth in 4th, they actually finished in 6th, so somewhat close. I had Brisbane finishing in 5th, and I thought that was somewhat optimistic, but we actually finished in 4th, so brilliant season from us, and like I said, a B rating. It's quite hard for me to possibly put us up higher. I mean, B plus possibly even, but I think B is fairly fair, seeing that we didn't score too many goals, but we did still finish 4th, so it's a massive achievement for us, and hopefully we can push on in the finals. I had Wanderers sitting at 6, which I think they finished not too far out. I finished in 9th, so it was a little bit outside. Adelaide finished in 7th, which they actually finished in real life, so I got that one spot on, which is cool. Western United had to finish in 8th, which is not how it happened. They ended up finishing in 5th, and I didn't think they were going to make finals in the first season, even though they had that the squad there. I thought they might take a little bit of season to gel, and I thought maybe next season they might actually make finals, but they proved me wrong and they made finals, which is absolutely brilliant for teams coming in and expansion teams, just to show that teams can do it, and like they have passion and they have a drive to show teams that they are a team to beat in time, and they want to make an impact on the league, and that's what they've done. So it's hopefully McCarthy can do something similar in the future for next season, and hopefully more A-League expansion teams keeps making it more exciting for the future. So we go on to 9th position now, and I did believe that was going to be about the Central Coast Mariners. I did have hope for them this season, and they sort of looked like they had showed signs for improvement. I think they were improved a little bit, but they did finish bottom of the table again, which is unfortunate because they were such a great team in the past, but obviously, yeah, they've dropped off a lot in the recent few years. So, yeah, it's hard for the Mariners. But I did have the Newcastle Jets finishing in 10th position, which they were somewhat close to. They finished in 8th. They had a bit of a run towards the end when they got rid of their manager and brought their new manager, and I believe his name is Carl Robinson. Actually played not too bad there and got a few results in the last few games of the season. And we go to my final prediction was Wellington Phoenix to finish 11th. And obviously they finished in 3rd place, which is it's almost like I switched Melbourne Victory and Wellington Phoenix around. I would almost have the correct top 6 almost. So, yeah, Wellington Phoenix lost a lot of quality players there last season, but they actually signed a lot of players really well, and actually brought a lot of strength to their team. So that was a really good signing for them. And they finished really well in this season, so I'm very impressed with Wellington Phoenix. But, yeah, that's my predictions that I had, my rankings as well as the team. Now, the final thing I want to do is preview this week's final. So, we do see Brisbane Roar versus Western United on Sunday at 6 p.m. Basically, that's going to be a knockout match. It's 4th versus 5th. We're actually hosting the game, even though obviously it's in Bankwest. There's no actually home team for that because obviously Brisbane being in Queensland and Western United being in Victoria, there's no actually home advantage there. So I don't believe there's any fans of that game. If not, maybe limited fans. And then we actually have Wellington Phoenix playing on the Saturday against Perth Glory. So the winners of that obviously go through to either versus Melbourne City or Sydney FC. The lowest ranked winner, which if the Roar win, if they were to face Western United, they would have to have Perth beat Wellington Phoenix to versus Sydney FC, which I think for us, it's the hardest way to the grand final will be through Western United and Melbourne City, so it might be unlucky for us if Perth Glory do beat Wellington Phoenix, but like I said before, to be the best, you've got to beat the best, so it could be a tough game for us against Western United, but if we got to beat the best, we got to beat the best, so that's something that we've got to do there. We last time we actually played them, we did beat them 1-0, and I believe that was Merzen Radovic's first and only goal for the Roar, so yeah, we've got a chance here to win it. We earlier on in the season we did lose 2-0 to them. I think that I can't remember the other guy that scored, but I know Baruch definitely scored in that game when the game was played at Suncorp. So it's fairly even, and obviously like we're a hard team to beat. And in final series you can go to 90, 120 minutes plus. So I think we're definitely going to be competitive with Western United, and I fingers crossed we're going to get a win here and hopefully go on to the semi-finals in the A-League. And yeah, we actually have a chance to go into the Asian Champions League again, so we'll see how that goes. Depending if we win the grand final or Sydney FC or Melbourne City win the grand final, then we have either a full spot or a half spot. But yeah, a very good season for us. Let's bring on the finals. Let's bring on Sunday. And I do get to watch it live this time, because if it was on Saturday, I wouldn't be, because I was playing my game, so which will be a bit annoying. But the semi-final will be on Wednesday, a double header. Whether we're playing, I think we'll probably be the second game, which will be against Sydney, because I believe that Wellington will probably beat Perth, which will be the early game, I think, at like 5 o'clock. And then the Perth Glory game, the Brisbane Roar versus Sydney possible game will be a little bit later at maybe 7:30, 8 o'clock. So, and then the grand final will be next Sunday, I believe, 5 or 6 p.m. So, let's bring on this Sunday, hopefully Wednesday, and then hopefully the grand final on Sunday. And then on, what day would it be? Monday, Monday the 31st. You could be seeing a video of me celebrating us winning the grand final. Who knows? We might see it there. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Remember to comment, like, subscribe, and I'm out. Peace.